one thing I have been doing, and this is Josh's advice, while Josh is doing things like watching TV, he is practicing changing spools. And again, it's all a part about being efficient and saving time. And I've been starting this ever since you told me about it. So basically, you're not getting hits. You're watching other guys on the lake. You see them getting hits. First thing you want to do, look at the line they're using. What line do they have on? Get to know the lines. When you go into the store, know the color of lines. I know there's some big name fly anglers out there that are getting specialty lines made in whacked out colors so nobody can put them on. So these are the guys that are fishing at the Worlds a lot. So they've got, they're messing with their competitors. They'll have a sink line and a floating line color, or they'll just have all their lines in gray or black. And only the guy who owns those lines will know what they truly are. But for the most part, Canadian fly fishing, you're not going to see that a lot. So get to know your lines, because when you're out in the water and you see the guy in the next boat catching fish, the number one thing you want to do if you're not getting anything, you want to change up lines right away. You want to match his line. You want to get as close to what he's using as possible, and get, because he's got obviously his flies in the active zone. You want to do the same thing, and you want to do it as quick as possible. So I use the Amundsen Diablo reel, and the reason I do that is because they've got quick change plastic cartridges, and all you have to do, now it's gonna, there we go, just like that. But you want to make sure when you pop that spool, these are the plastic cartridges, you want to make sure, because I watched a guy do this last year. He's like trying so hard to get this thing off, and what does he do? He does that, but he does it a little harder, and then guess what? It's in the lake, or the spool's in the lake. So try getting this back into the boat during competition. You're going to be pulling it up for how long, Josh? Too long, because every minute, every second counts. This is what I know. So what I'm going to do, I just don't recommend using your teeth, but I'm going to this time because I'm not prepared. I'm going to I'll go into my magic box here, and I'm going to pull out my 6, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up to here. You can practice with any style of reel, obviously. You want to hook it up. Now notice I am using a 14-foot leader, okay? I usually like to use 12, but for ease of changing lines and showing you guys why I did this is the longer leader helps you change lines quicker, because you now have the leader here, right? Your top dropper fly isn't up in the eyelet blocking you. So you can pull this line right in, and I forgot them today. I had them in my hand and must have put them down somewhere. I recommend just going and getting a simple clothespin. You grab this leader, you bring it into here, you take your clothespin, clamp it to here, your line's not going anywhere. Then you just sit there, you tie up your line to your leader, and guess what? You're ready to cast. Now this is taking me a little longer because I haven't been practicing like Josh, but you can get this down to 30, 45 seconds. And this is enough to make or break a session for you. The quicker you do this, trust me, I've seen guys come from behind, they've been using the wrong line, they figure it out, and within 3 or 4 minutes, they go from no fish to first place in a session. So if I said there was the most important thing, it's line choice and being able to change your lines, and being able to force yourself to change the lines. So keep that in mind. So what we'll get into last here